Welcome back, folks. This is a special edition of True Payroll Crimes. What up, Walt? How you doing tonight?
Good, man. I'm good. Excited for
We're
this
good.
one.
Yeah. Our friend of the show, Christina Hagney, Valor Payroll, unfortunately, was a victim of scam recently. And we've been talking so much about it, right, for a month now. Cybersecurity, IRS scams, this scam, like it's been really going hard. And I've been trying to warn folks as much as I can, like annoying with it. And because look at this, boom, Christina hit me up on LinkedIn and was like, you might want to share this one. And I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, you're in the news. Holy crap.
Yes, I appreciate Christina sharing this because, like you said, it does go right into the last couple of
Like
true
a
payroll
month
crime
and change.
that we've been talking about. We even did
Yeah.
an episode just on cybersecurity,
Yep.
stuff like that. So like
Yep.
it flows right into that. I like that. It's payroll global payroll week.
Yep.
So I like the fact that we're kicking it off and doing and recording this. This will post next week, but I'm glad that she shared it and everything, man. So yeah, we can just share the clip.
Cool. Yeah, let's see the clip and we'll talk about it after.
When people started reaching out to me, Christina Hagney is the president of Valor Payroll Solutions in Tulsa. She says a man using the name Joe Beverly sends a text with a job offer, claiming he's hiring people to print and mail checks for Valor Payroll Solutions. But it's 100% a scam. The grammar was really terrible, but it was basically saying, hey, I'm hiring for someone to help me with payroll duties. I'll pay you $3,000 a month. It's only 1 to 3 hours a day, I think Monday through Saturday. So these details are in there. So the person who had printed the checks and had the receipt from the post office, were they just out all of that money? Yes. I mean, they had supplies, they had done clearly a lot of shipping. She's basically committing fraud. She doesn't know it, but she is the one committing it. I mean, she is printing fraudulent checks and she is putting them in the mail. The picture that she sent me, the number of checks that there were, and I'm just imagining, oh my gosh, this is one day and this is one person. How many other people are out there printing 20, 30, 40 checks a day? This guy was very rude. I mean, he was sending texts like, I don't like silence. Where are you? Why aren't you writing me back? I was just really surprised how he was talking to these people and how forceful and rude that he was.
This is a pretty big scam, especially for the volume of consumers they were contacting about a possible job. It appears the number of checks they were sending out.
Amy Mitchell from the Better Business Bureau in Tulsa says they hear from a local business owner like this about once a quarter. Christina reported it to the BBB scam tracker and reached out to OSBI.
They may not choose another business in the Tulsa area, or they may. If this was a good market for them, they're going to keep after it.
Yeah, I don't want these people to be scammed, and I don't want other businesses to go through this.
That's it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We're just talking about it and it hits home basically, right? That's a friend of the show. Yeah. That's Christina from Valor. That basically hits home. And it's just appropriate for us to share. And let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so as we know, the crime was inadvertently committed by the person who's actually doing the printing of the checks.
That's interesting. Yep.
The scammer prompted them to do that. So they were complicit, but this person actually did the fraud by actually doing that.
They're the ones committing the fraud. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the type of business, I put the business of scamming.
Yeah, for real. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. But nothing legitimately existed. The problem is using the truth to tell lies, right? They using the truth of a real payroll business that would cut checks, would make sense to cut checks, right? And they're like, hey, yeah, come and work for us. You're a payroll person, blah, blah, blah. Here, cut these checks.
Yep.
Not knowing this is not real and I'm just cutting fraudulent checks. And hopefully they don't punish too much or at all. Like, it's kind of like I wonder how that works.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, I
definitely
mean,
the business of scamming.
so
Yeah,
the perpetrators, I don't know if they found out who the person is. They did use, the term he. So I don't know if that means they know who he is,
right.
you know. So we don't know, as we know, it took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We don't know how long the length of this scheme has been going on. We don't know how long this person has been doing this, running this
For real.
scam.
Yep.
You know, I can identify with this because I applied for a job on one of the like the career builders and stuff
Hmm.
like that. I applied for a job and it was a scam. I
No
don't think I ever
way.
shared this with you.
No,
Yeah,
I
when I
don't
when I
know.
when I first moved to Michigan, I applied for a job and they were like, "Yeah, we'll pay you this much, and that much. We need to get your information to get you onboarded
Oh,
and everything." They said, "Oh, but our computers are down. Could you like text us all your stuff? Text us your direct deposit information. Could you text us
oh,
all this stuff, like all this stuff?" And I was like, hold on, this seems a little shady. So I
thank
Googled the
goodness.
company.
Oh,
I Googled the company and it was an actual company, but it was closed down. It said permanently closed on Google. So I'm just like, look at these people. They like if people didn't do the research, people could, if they really didn't
yeah,
dive deep, they say, oh,
yeah.
it's an actual business.
Hmm.
And if I would have went through with it, this person would have had all my information, man.
Oh,
So, and that was like 2 years ago. So these scams are out there, like even for
wow.
job seekers that are
Yeah.
looking for employment. There's scammers out there posing as recruiters, trying to get people's information, man.
And not only that, this made me think of, and it's been for a long time, like ever since email's been out, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm dating myself, of course, but I remember back in the day there was that like whole you got family, an ancestor in another country type thing, and then the
Yeah.
the one with the checks that I really never understood, and maybe I need to research. I'm actually meant to look it up now, but for this episode, but I didn't remember. But like how I used to get it all the time. Oh, I'll write you a check and I just need you to send it over here and rewrite and send keep this for yourself though. I'm gonna write you 3 G's, you keep a G, but send this two for me for somewhere. You know what I mean? And I was
Yeah.
always like, how does that work? Is that money
Mm-hmm.
laundering or like, I don't know. But it made me think
Yeah.
of that. These scams are as old as us, right? Come on,
Yeah.
so folks just be hyper vigilant about
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I've heard of, back in the day, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but people used to scan, not scan, but fax
Yeah,
like
yes.
stuff.
Yes. I had a
Oh,
fax machine. Yes.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they would try to run scams through a
Through the
fax.
fax machines. I bet. Yeah, I bet.
Hey, oh, you're approved. Send this,
Yes.
this, this,
Fill this
this over
out and
fax.
fax it back.
Yes.
Oh yes. No, we used to just throw those in the garbage, man. That was the greatest. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. I don't know, man. We
But that's
we
the thing.
I'm a New Yorker, right? So I'm skeptical out the gate, right? You know me, right? I'm giving you such a hard time with stuff because I'm like, yeah, right. You lying.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I don't
Trust but
know
verify.
what happened.
Trust but
Was
verify.
thank you, sir. Trust but verify. Trust but verify is so tough, and with the cybersecurity and all this AI now is helping. Probably AI inadvertently helping scammers now. That's right. So
It's dangerous, right?
yeah,
Because all a person has to do is go to one of these chat systems,
yep,
type in a sentence,
yep.
it'll
Get info.
give them the info. It will
I
write say,
mean,
hey, give me the wording for it. And this is
yes, yes,
and you have to be so careful because
yes.
these people they're like, oh, AI, you have all this AI.
This guy didn't
Now,
use it though, clearly,
no,
because like Christina caught the grammar right.
you
This
know,
grammar is horrible. You know what I'm
it
saying?
was terrible.
This guy is terrible.
I
So,
hate silent. Instead of silence, I hate silent.
oh gosh. So and then again, you know, what was Shady McShady, like at the
Yes.
shady.com. You know, you're
You
so
see,
obvious with it. What happened?
you said that email. I think I sent you an email today. It said something burner in the email.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Walt dropped, like, had to, you know, do school during the work day and was like, hey, team, look out, folks. Because we get hit with this all the time. Like, I
Yeah.
reached out to our IT to get like additional training for our teams because we are more targeted. And
Yeah.
again, shout out to, I believe, Kristen Hines, that we did the cyber at
Yes.
security one, and she was that's where I got it from. It was like, get
Yeah.
additional training for the folks who getting targeted, and that's brilliant. It's duh, you know what I mean? But sometimes we need community to be like, hey, look, this is a good idea, you should do it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's duh, you know what I mean? Like, why didn't I think of that? So yeah, I mean, I again, we've been both Walter and I posted separately on multiple channels and platforms about cyber this and fraud, and here's an example. Like, we come on, folks, just be aware. Again, this one hits home, and we had to share it. What else? Did we miss anything from this?
There's somebody out there who's a payroll professional,
Yes.
has
Heck
a
yeah.
background in payroll, that's looking for a job right now, and
Mm-hmm.
this is something that they should be aware of to and make sure that you're doing all your research that you need to do. Like when you look at these job postings and stuff like that, these people will go to great lengths, like to scam you.
Yep.
They will go to great lengths to get your information, and it will look like you just said something in one of the other episodes. How it looked like, I think it was a LinkedIn,
LinkedIn. Yeah.
looked
Yep.
like LinkedIn,
Yep.
and the only thing it didn't do is take you to LinkedIn, but it
Yep.
looked just like LinkedIn. And if you weren't careful and you were just moving in haste, something could have happened,
Yeah.
right? And
Yep.
so I think that's the takeaway for payroll professionals, right? To try to tie it back in is don't don't write anybody any checks. Don't
Word.
provide
Oh my
any of your
gosh. Don't
don't
give your
write
credit
don't
card number over the
no
phone, and
don't submit any digital
uh
payment.
yeah.
Don't like, the most telling sign, I think, and you tell me if you agree with this or not, is that the majority of businesses will not ask you to submit payment in order for you to become an employee with them. I've never heard of that. Like, company A is not going to be like, "Hey, Brian, we need you to pay us $1,000 so you can come work with
So you can
us."
start getting onboarded. Yeah, so you can
Yeah,
onboard.
yeah,
No. And in the off chance that you like have to cover some type of special testing, they usually take it out of your first check. You know
like
what I mean?
background.
Like,
Yeah.
they'll take it out of your pay over time or whatever. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
there's usually no upfront cost to get a job. And like the news person said, if it's too good to be true, basically, she was like, you make $40 an hour to press print and stuff a check.
Yeah,
If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So, you know, to your point, do the research, check it out, like pause, give yourself some pause. And this is a warning to payroll companies, right? To every payroll processing vendor service out there, like
yeah,
they just, they can just run that. There's 16,000 plus payroll providers out there in the country.
yeah.
So, folks, be aware.
It irks me so much
Yes,
because
yes.
you're in such a position that has so much influence, and
Yep,
you have the
yep,
audacity to
exactly.
mess up other people's money.
Yep, yep,
You have the
yep.
audacity to do that to other people who work hard, who don't even make close to what you're making,
Yeah,
but because of
yeah.
your own selfishness and greed,
You want to,
you make the decision, and you destroy thousands of lives because of a decision that you make.
yep.
It irks me. It irks me to my core. And that's what gives people a bad taste in their mouth. Think about it. Somebody could have gone through that at their other company, and if they go to this new company and their first couple of checks are messed up, like they're like, "Oh, you know what? I'm just tired." Like, it makes it hard. It makes it hard to gain that trust with these new employees, man. So yeah, it's irritating.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, folks, that is why we wanted to share. Is important. You know, I had to calm down for a bit. You know what I mean? Like, because yeah, man, people working hard over here to, you know, do the right thing, be stand-up professionals, radical transparency, radical honesty in payroll. You have to be a trusted person to be in payroll, right? You got to have integrity. You have to be integral, as Walt said. You know what I mean? You got to have integrity. So it really makes me mad when folks don't, because it makes it that much harder for us to grow as an industry. So thanks for Christina for sharing. Sorry that you went through this, that Valor has went through this and was a target of a fraud. We, you know, really sorry for that. But I'm glad there was no I'm hoping there was no damage. And other companies and business payroll providers out there, please be aware.
Yeah.
Because they're, you know,
This is priceless, man. This is
yeah,
education. This
yeah.
is education. It's teaching. It's reaching out to the other community members in payroll and saying, hey team, this is what happened with me. Be on the lookout. So yeah, shout out to Christina at Valor for sharing this with us.
Yes, exactly.
That's another thing, right? Scam artists attack from multiple sources. Like you said it, they'll send you a text, email, any way they can contact you, they're gonna try to reach out to you.
Yep.
Email, text, phone, anything they can do. If they had to do it through pigeon telegram, they'll do it too.
They sure would. They sure would. You want to share your acronym that you made so you like give folks stuff to think about? I'll do it. There you go.
Okay, yeah, you do it.
I'll do it. Look, Walt thought it's like something like a mnemonic device, right? Think about, hey, scams. They're skilled. They're con artists. They attack from multiple sources, right? Scams. So Walt's trying to help the folks out. Think about scams. Now it's gonna make you think about whether it's corny, whether not. It's people gonna think about it. That's it. You won, bro. They're gonna be like, oh, freaking Walt, man, scams. Now I can't unthink this.
Yeah. Like, but
so we would have done your job.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about that. I was thinking about another one, but I'll share it later. We'll probably cut this out. But like they're deliberately underpaying employees. DUE. Do. Yeah, the people got some money. I love an acronym, man.
Balance due.
Yep.
Dang, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh God.
So yeah, man. All right, I think that's it, man.
Yeah. That wraps it up again, folks. Just be careful, when it comes to your personal information, think scams and slow down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And just pay attention to what you're doing.
And
be careful.
Yep.
All right, folks. Yeah, that's a quick one today. We just special edition. This hit home. We wanted to cover it, and beware out there, folks. So thanks for listening, and have a great week. Peace.